Cody to challenge for the NWA World Title at All In. Alexis Carrillo here, back with some more wrestling talk content on the Alexis Carrillo brand YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any wrestling talk content in the future. And a few days ago, via a press conference, it was announced that Cody, the former Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion and former WWE Superstar, would be challenging the NWA World Champion for said title for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship at the September 1st event called All In, to take place in Chicago, Illinois, being co-financed by Kenny Omega, by the Young Bucks, by Cody himself, among other wrestling personalities. And these news, just at first glance, leave me with two questions going into that event that is about 4 to almost 5 months away, and that is, number one, is this a good move for the NWA to have someone who isn't signed to the company like Cody to challenge for their world title? And number two, who will be NWA World Champion come September 1st at All In? Let's answer that second question first, as it pertains to who will be NWA World Heavyweight Champion on September 1st in Chicago, Illinois. I really have no doubts, or very little doubts, I should say, that Nick Aldis would still be NWA World Champion by September 1st. Maybe not in his first reign, it could be a possible second title reign. We'll see after this whole rivalry that he has going on with Josephus and Crimson going on. We'll see how that turns out, but I really don't see any name out there, any big enough name on the independent wrestling scene that the NWA could just bring in, challenge Nick Aldis for the world title, beat him for the world title, and then have him face off against a guy who has quickly become an independent wrestling darling like Cody at what is arguably the biggest independent wrestling event of the year in All In. So in that area, as it pertains to that particular issue in which who's going to be NWA World Champion come September 1st, I have to stick with Nick Aldis. Now let's get back to that first question. Is it a good idea to have someone who is not signed to the NWA like Cody challenging for a world title, for the NWA World title? And attached to that question, or something that we should really ask ourselves as well, is should it even be considered to have someone like Cody, who, like I said, is not signed to the NWA, win the NWA World's title? And I've got to say that it is a great move by NWA president and owner Billy Corgan and everybody involved in the National Wrestling Alliance in all of this reboot to include someone like Cody in this new angle, or to have themselves be included in an event like All In, because it puts more eyes onto the NWA product. It gives more recognition, it turns more heads towards that product. It creates a headline, just like this one. You know, tons of news sites have gone weeks, months, years sometimes without even mentioning the letters NWA in any modern recent form. And now they have, because of these news. Now, should it be considered that Cody could win the NWA World title, and should they go through with it? I think they should. I think they should put the NWA World title on Cody, because like I said, like I mentioned a few seconds ago, it creates headlines. It's the big news. It pulls eyes. It turns heads towards your product. Not just the fact that Cody is challenging for your world title, but the fact that having someone like Cody win that world title, that will create headlines, that will have news websites covering that will have podcasters and reviewers talking about that non-stop. So, all in all, I think this is a win-win situation for the NWA. This is a win-win situation for Cody. And this is a win-win situation for All In because the card just keeps getting stacked. But anyway, those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. I'd love to hear your specifics on this particular topic. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And that's it for me. Till next time.